Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your host Izlain, and this week we're back with more cEDH for your eyeballs. We didn't have any theme for this week's pod. Everyone jumped on a mixture of newer and older decks. I decided to brew something new from Duskmourn about 30 minutes before the stream, but it was surprisingly good and has been updated and played a bit more since. This was a faster game than we've had lately, so strap in and stay tuned. Did you know that 60% of views on this channel come from those of you who aren't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to help us grow, and best of all, it's free. If you're feeling extra generous, you can head over to patreon.com/possibilitystorm to pledge. For as little as $1, you can help me crank out even more content for you, while higher tiers come with added benefits. Enjoy the show. Kirk is going first this time, and he's running at the table with his Thrasios and Rograkh list, which is turbo polymorph to a T. The deck aims to get resources, play, and polymorph a Roger into either a Tidespout Tyrant or Hullbreaker Horror, and then proceed into loops that can bounce the board and make infinite mana. That mana can be filtered through Thrasios to draw the deck and win with Oracle. It's pretty straightforward, but can pivot into a grind plan, and that's really all there is to it. Next up is Rev piloting his newer Bello list. This deck was one that I brewed from Bloomworld, only to discover that I misread it and that it's not very good. Rev took this as a personal challenge to make the deck good, but it's still probably bad. Bello makes Force plus CMC enchantments and artifacts into creatures. That's great, but it will take forever to get a larger board for this to really affect the game. But you can always jam all of the ley lines and have free creatures, right? The concept of Bello was pretty cool, but I wish the clause was like 3 CMC instead. Joey is third, and he's rocking his classic Parent Toothy list. Another deck that's been on the show enough times you should know it well, but in case you don't, I'll elaborate. Peer doesn't do much. Toothy draws you cards. Play Toothy, draw cards to get counters. Blink Toothy, and draw a lot of cards. Do it again, profit. The deck is Manual Storm that either gets there or doesn't. It's not the fastest deck, but it does have that Simic touch when it comes to grinding value and can suddenly explode under the right conditions. I'm bringing up the rear, and I brewed up the new Valgavoth, Horror of Souls, which is from the new Duskmourn set, which I've been referring to as Rakdos Crom. It's a 4 CMC, 4/4 flying beat sick that incidentally draws you cards when opponents hurt themselves on their own turns. Fetch land, draw a card. Lose a mana crypt roll, draw a card. I bolt you on your turn, I draw a card. Oh, and Valgavoth gets +1/+1 counters each time as well. It only triggers once each turn, but there are cards in the deck that will make sure you draw on everyone's turns. From there, it's Rakdos good stuff with 2-card combos, interaction, and value. So there you have it. Let's see who gets the dub this time. Kirk,
Alright, good luck, everybody. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Verdant Catacombs. I shall crack my Verdant Catacombs, losing a life. Am I okay to search?
By me.
With me.
Good here.
Just gonna find...
You're gonna find that one.
I'm gonna find a Taiga. But I know what's the tap? Stomping Ground?
Toy like a toiga.
On the old red-green shocker.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was stomping it.
Yeah, just stomp.
Stomping.
You know what always pisses me off on this one? Is it Stomping Grounds or Stomping Ground?
Stomping ground.
I think it's ground.
I never can
I
remember.
don't think there's an S.
It is. It's Stomping Ground. Chromox.
Yep.
I'll imprint miscast. And pass it up.
Alright. Draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Carplution Forest. Cast a
Hello.
Mana Crypt. Tap Mana Crypt. Cast a Soul Ring. Cast a Mana Vault. Tap the Soul Ring. Tap Carplution. Take 1. Dash in Ragavan. Go to combat. Punch Izlain.
I'll take 2, and you'll get a Twin Flame. That's not terrible.
Yeah, that is fine. I will move to my end step and have a trigger on the stack to put Ragavan back in my hand.
Play this Rejuvenating Springs. I'm gonna tap that for a bop. Pass. Pass turn.
We got a draw set, right? And then we play this Bloodstained Mire, and then we crack the Bloodstained Mire. Then
Negatory.
we go and grab the worst land ever printed.
It's pretty bad.
Tap this for my own Ragavan.
Raggy.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Play a Mana Confluence. Cast Rograkh.
Wow.
Because he's going to block after I cast Heuristic Study eventually. Losing one. That's it for me. Pass turn.
Untap. I have a Mana Crypt trigger. I'm okay. It's a 6. Draw for turn. Tap 7 mana. And cast a Wondrous Crucible. If it resolves, permanents I control have Ward 2. At the beginning of my end step, mill 2 cards and exile a non-land card at random from my graveyard. Copy it. I may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
I will have a Heuristic
Where the
Study.
fuck did that
trigger.
card come from?
I will tap and pay for that.
Wondrous.
I don't know.
Right.
It's a 7-drop artifact. It gets big with Bello. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to my end step. I'll have a Wondrous Crucible trigger. Mill 2, Ley Line of Lightning, and a Mountain.
What do you get? You get either.
You get to
a
cast your
non-land-
Ley Line of Lightning, I think, is what's going to happen.
Yes. I will cast a copy of Ley Line of Lightning.
And the other,
So,
the mountain goes to the exile, right? They both go.
Gotta read that again. 1 sec.
Nope, it's just exile a non-land card at
Non-land.
random, so the mountain stays in his grave. So hold on, let me read this. Copy it. You may cast the copy, so I'll ask you,
Yes.
Ristic Study.
I will pay for it.
On tap, draw, play, land. I guess first things first, I'll cast this copy artifact. No, you can draw. Go ahead.
You want a Wondrous Crucible?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Wondrous Crucible.
Fuck is
I'm
happening
gonna crack
right now?
this thing for a tropical island. Drop for a Mystic Remora. I'm gonna go to my end step.
Brothers War.
I'm
Mystic
not good
Remora, I
with-
will have a Ristic Study trigger.
Yeah, you can go ahead and draw. I don't have any more mana. Now I am gonna go to my end step and I'm gonna have a Wondrous, whatever.
Mill
Wondrous
2.
Crucible.
Mill 2. So, Helm of Awakening and Sensei's Divining Top.
So
Exile
one
one
of
at
those two
random.
randomly you get to cast, basically.
Damn, I wish I could cast both of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's at random.
Oh, okay, so we
Exile a
can roll.
non-land card at random, so...
Yep. New
Alright,
cEDH.
so 1 through 3 will be Helm of Awakening, and 4 through 6 will be Sensei's Top.
Sounds good.
3, so Helm of Awakening. Yeah. Everybody's spells are 1 cheaper.
Heck
Trigger
yeah.
Ristic Study?
I don't have any.
Tap drop. Okay, I like that. There's a crypt.
Fish and Ristic.
Yes.
If you're casting
You may have those. Montaigne
And Dan.
and Dan. I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna swing
cards too.
swing Raggy at Joey.
Okay. Trigger Raggy, right?
Yep.
Nobody's gonna stop this.
I can't.
Negative.
You get a reality chip. Wow, those were remarkably close together.
Crack the treasure for black, and then tap for another black, and then add 2. I'm gonna cast this Violent Tumor.
Ristic Study.
One
I have a
floating.
Oh, yep.
Then I'll pay for it.
Either way, I pass on it.
We'll put a bird alert in the bin.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna pass turn there.
Oh, tap. Upkeep. Go to draw. Play a waterlogged grove. Cast a springleaf drum.
Remora.
Not paying for Mystic Remora.
I'll allow it.
Kind of you. And discounted by 1, I will attempt to transmogrify my Rograkh. Not paying for fish.
Got a fish trigger. Alright, boys, I didn't draw the counterspell, so I think we lose.
I got nothing.
Let's flippy till we find something good.
Do you know what? Do you only have 1 creature? Or is it?
I have 2, so that's why I can't just shortcut this. Sorry.
It's all good. It adds dramatic suspense.
Little does Kirk know I put a 3rd creature in his deck.
Ah, he snuck it right in there. Okay, somewhere out there. Good grief. Hey, Tidespout Tyrant.
Hey,
Put that straight into play.
everybody's favorite.
Everybody loves a Tidespout. You gotta get a Tidespout. Everyone loves it. Anyway, cast Paradise Mantle. Tidespout trigger target Mystic Remora.
Ward 2.
Well, I have a trigger as well, and you have Ward 2, yeah.
Right, forgot about Ward 2. That's a problem. Am I gonna just draw Joey into a win? Weird. The Wondrous Crucible is gonna get me.
What an age that we live in.
So I guess you're
an age.
not paying.
Not paying. Draw your card.
Wild, folks. Wild.
It was a forest, everybody. This is what I
Yeah.
drew. Not good.
Oh, we're in trouble here because I don't have a great answer for that. Weirdly,
And there's
So-
there's 2 of them.
there's 2 of them. God, that's wild. Okay. I mean, I could live with Revs. I just can't live with Joey's because I'm going to draw Joey into a win, guys. Let me think about this. Ward 2. Forgot about that. Weird. So let's cast Rograkh.
They do say west side is the
using
best
the
side.
discount and the mana from this, so I lose a life, right?
Wait, what are you targeting? You're gonna target something else? Or?
Yep, on cast, I'm going to target...
Well, no, from the
my-
Paradise Mantle, right?
No,
Yeah,
I targeted that. The ward happened. I
Okay.
screwed up. I'll own it. Bounce the Springleaf Drum with Tide Spout Tyrant. Cast Springleaf Drum for free. Target bouncing Chrome Mox, I think. Chrome Mox, yep.
F6.
Red mana to my mana pool. Cast Chrome Mox. Can't pay for Mystic Remora. With that trigger, I'd like to bounce Rograkh. No, I'll bounce Springleaf Drum. That's smarter. Bouncing Springleaf Drum.
Is another land
ETB. We're going to exile
It wasn't another
Luca, the
land,
Copper
was it?
Coat Outcast. Add a red. So I have 2 red mana. Let's cast Springleaf Drum. Not
Draw.
paying for that. The target on cast of this will be Rograkh. Bounce Rograkh. Let's add another red mana to my mana pool. Now I will attempt to spend 3 red and discounted by 1 for the helm and attempt to abrade your Wanderous Crucible Joey, not paying for fish, but paying the 2 for ward. Using all of my mana. So you have 1 more draw.
The last one, everybody? Nope. Draw, so this will die.
Hallelujah. Okay. Cast Rograkh. Bounce Mystic Remora.
Nothing for that. Now it is GG's, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about this fully, but you guys could get me right here, maybe. Lose a life for red. Cast Underworld Breach. Attempting to bounce Springleaf Drum. So I'll bounce Springleaf Drum. Because of the helm, I will cast Springleaf Drum, picking up Umbral or the Paradise Mantle. And at ETBs, float a red, or float a blue. We'll float a blue. Then we can cast Paradise Mantle, picking up Roger. Cast Roger, picking up Springleaf Drum. Cast Springleaf Drum, picking up Paradise Mantle. Produce a blue, and continue until I have infinite mana. Do we agree?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
Okay,
got
so
it.
infinite blue, infinite red, infinite green. I will then
Thrasios,
proceed to
your deck,
cast
yeah.
Thrasios, dump infinite mana into it until I find... So what I'll end up doing is casting Minsk and Boo after I have infinite mana, alternating bouncing Minsk and Boo and Roger. Every time I cast Minsk and Boo, it'll make a hamster, but I won't care about the first hamster.
Rough.
I will sacrifice Thrasios to deal 1 damage to somebody using his -2. Because it's not a hamster, I won't draw any cards. And I will use some number of infinite mana to cast Thrasios, pick up Minsk and Boo, cast Minsk and Boo, bounce Roger, sacrifice Thrasios, wash, rinse, repeat.